everyone, this is Chris. Thank you for joining me. So in today's video, I'm going to show you another way to make paper flowers only using circles. And this is what they look like. It's really simple. I mean, it's really simple. You can't miss that, and you can't do anything wrong either. So it's very dimensional. You can't really put them flat afterwards, just to let you know. I'm using any kind of paper here. This one was kind of a heavy cardstock. This one is much lighter, but it works as well. You can make them as big or as small as you wish. This is another kind of decoration I've put on the back. You can do whatever. I was trying a few dies I just got recently, so I wanted to see how I could use them differently. So that's just the background. You can use them, you can put whatever you want on the back as well. If you're interested by seeing how I did this, this is very easy. It's just a doily out of a die that I made, and it's about the same color. So you can do a lot of different things here to decorate boxes, to decorate maybe some tags if you want to, because that would be very nice as a tag just by itself. So what you will need for this, well, it's only paper. Just paper, so thick cardstock, thin. This is a kind of scrapbook. It's very thin. You will need some tweezers. They're going to be really handy. Very thin tweezers if you can find these. You will need some hot glue or any kind of glue that is drying very quickly. And if you want to embellish it, you can also use some inks, and I will show you how I'm going to use them in order to save some time. So for this first flower, and I'm going to use the yellow ones here. Well, it's not really yellow, it's kind of an ochre color. I'm using some scraps here because I don't think this paper, at least for me, it's not an easy color to use, so I wanted to use this scrap piece of papers. And you can, there's no, as I said, no wrong way. I'm going to cut first. I've cut 6 pieces, but I'm going to use only 4 of these. If you want to use 6 or more, it's going to be even fluffier, but really it doesn't mean that much. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your tweezers, and for each petal, you're going to come like this. You're going to grab them, and you're going to start doing this. And I'm sorry if I have my fingers dirty. I've been crafting all day and doing some tasks with alcohol inks, and it's stained my fingers. So sorry about this. I'm sure you know what it is if you're a crafter. So you're just going to do this. You can do it on the right side. You can do it then on the other side. I think it helps better if you do, for example, here on the right, this one on the left. It seems like it holds the paper in shape better. Be careful if you're using a very thin paper, you might rip it apart, so go slowly. I'm going to go a little bit fast here. I'm going to try at least, because I don't want this video to be too long. So you're just doing this randomly, okay? And you're going to do this for each petal. I'm going to continue this one here just a little bit. I'm not going to do all of them in front of you, because I think you got it. And you can really turn your paper like this. As long as you can feel it's not ripping apart, it's good. I'm doing it the other way, and I'm trying to kind of go in the middle here, in the center of my circle. And I don't have enough here. So try not to make them even, because that's the whole wonder of this. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to continue with my 2 others. Maybe I'm going to do a 5th one just in case, and I'll show you how to put this together. So I'm almost finished here, and some people do crunch the paper. I don't really want to crunch it because I don't want to have sharp angles or edges, so I prefer to do it like this with my tweezers, because I think the look of it is a little nicer. But if you want to crunch it, you can do it as well if you like the look of it. That's totally fine. So I've done my 5 here, and now we're going to start putting them together. So which one is the more open? So I'm going to start by this one, and I'm going to put some glue in the center. I might put my hot glue on high temp so it will flow better. And I'm going to put the other one here. Whatever circle you want to use, it's going to be fine. And I try to really stay in the center, so it's going to stay really nice as a ball. I'm not going to offset it too much. What I'm going to offset is the wave. Some others go up, some go down. I'm going to try to do this everywhere, so I try to see how I want to put it first. Maybe like this. And I'm just going to put my other layer on top. And this one, I've got how many? 1, 2, 3 layers on. I can go for one more. Let me see. Maybe one more will be enough. So what I like to do, because we're doing multiple levels here, layers, I'm going to cut this one a little bit because it's going to be too high. So I'm going to cut it. Whoops. I'm going to cut it just a little bit. And I'm going to put some hot glue just here. And I'm being generous because I want this to hold on really well. And I'm not going to put anything inside, but you could put some embellishments inside your flower if you wanted to. I don't really think it needs any. You could also use double-sided paper if you wanted to. I'm just going to wait a little bit to make sure. I might do another layer though. Yeah, I think I'm going to do another layer. You won't have the same flower every time. It's going to change a little bit. I really think it's funny. It's quick to do. It's got a lot of volume. It's really a 3D flower, and you just need a punch or circle dies if you have some. I wanted to do a big one because I thought it would be easier to see on the camera. And you can go back in here and play with it if you're not pleased with the way it looks. And I'm really turning here. Can you see this? And if you don't like the white edges here, you can also use your tweezers and turn your paper inwards like this to hide a little bit of this white. Usually it's maybe more in the center that you're going to see the white. So I'm just doing this like that. And now what I'm going to do, and I'm going to fluff these little babies here a little bit more. Let me do that. So you can play around with it as much as you wish. I think I like it this way. That's good. Fold this one back inwards a little bit like this. Yes. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of my ink here, and I think it's easier to do it when your flower is put together. It's going to save you some time, and I'm just going to, with a little sponge here, you could do this directly with your ink pad, but I've noticed that the paper is quite harsh on your ink pad and it might damage it, and I don't want to damage my ink pad. I prefer to buy this because it's really cheap, and when they're not good any longer I can throw them away but not damage my ink pad. So I'm gonna, yes, I need to ink it up really well. It's a brand new one. And I'm just going to hit it like this. I'm not sure if the color is bright enough. It's just a little bit to just make my flower pop up. And it goes much quicker to do this way than to do petal by petal. But if you prefer that technique, please help yourself. It's also relaxing. I love inking paper. I don't know why. Are you the same? There's some crafts like this, or pieces of crafts that are so relaxing. I don't know if it's the noise. Sometimes I like to watch some MSR videos, but when they're crafting, like they're mixing paint or something, I kind of like that. And there you have it, a very easy, quick flower to put together. You almost all have hole punches or maybe dies, or you can also cut it by yourself. I mean, it's really not that difficult. What I would recommend is, that's what I do, specifically when the paper is thin, is I layer a few pieces of paper and I cut them at least 3 by 3 together. Again, it makes you save some time. So there you have it, a very three-dimensional flower. Again, if you want to use double-sided paper, that would be very nice too. Just be careful that it's not too much colors, but otherwise it is really, really easy. Look at that. Again, you can't really put it flat. So if you want to put this on a card, I would recommend handing the card over to the person, because in the mail it's going to be crushed. And then with some decorations around it if you want to. Why not? This one, I love little things. This one is also very cute. Done the same way, just yellow paper with a very vivid orange on the edges, and there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if it's the case, give me some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and also hit the bell button to get all the notifications, and share on social media. Thank you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.